Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Scott and this is another My Bourbon Journey review. So if you're new to this channel and you're looking for reviews of different whiskeys, such as bourbons, ryes, American style whiskeys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're not new and you're returning and you watch my videos, thank you very much. I appreciate the support. Also hit the bell notification. That's just going to alert you to when I'm doing new live streams, uploads, things along those lines. So today I've got a interesting product. This is nine banded whiskey out of Austin, Texas. A little bit of information on them. So the name basically came from, well, on an armadillo there are 9 bands. There's kind of these strips on the back of the armadillo. So partially with that, that's kind of how part of the name was developed. And then also on the back, they also had a little bit of neat information. It just said the 9-banded armadillo is the state mammal of Texas, a nocturnal roamer, and a symbol of the independent and creative spirit of our home, Austin. So that was kind of cool. They also had on here the 9-banded part. It says the name is also a nod to the Armadillo World Headquarters, the legendary entertainment venue famous for being the birthplace of Austin's eclectic culture. So, you know, that to them, you know, means a lot. So, I mean, just the name in general in terms of how they kind of came up with all of that is very personal, you can tell, you know, to them. So it's a really kind of creative name, and it means more, you know, really not necessarily to them, but it's a really kind of just interesting, you know, name in terms of how they've collectively interpreted, you know, the name 9-banded. So that was pretty neat. So a little bit of information regarding the product. So this is a product that is sourced, distilled in Kentucky, brought back to Austin, where they then will blend their limestone water with the Kentucky whiskey, and you know, results in this product. So this is 90 proof or 45% ABV. MSRP on this, based on what they had listed, was in that $25 to $30 range. So very, you know, kind of a friendly or budget type of bourbon in kind of, you know, how things are these days regarding prices. MASHBILL is undisclosed. It is aged a minimum of 3 years. So it's got a little bit of age to it. So that's always nice. So what I like to try to do is, with most of my reviews, is we'll go through again the appearance, we'll go through the nosing, the taste, and then that will develop into the finish part of it. And then we'll leave, or we'll add in some additional kind of just, you know, channel information or things along those lines. So why don't we go ahead and we'll kind of get into the review. So as you can see, you know, kind of a honey type of note or tone to that. So you can see fairly light for the most part. So I don't know what the char levels are. And again, this is just a whiskey. This isn't a bourbon or anything. So there's something that is preventing it from necessarily being considered a bourbon, whether it's finished in you know, used barrels or something along those lines. But this is just going to be an American style whiskey. So, all right, why don't we go ahead and we'll get into the nosing. Yeah, so right away I'm getting hit with this kind of this clove grassiness. Again, a little bit more of an earthy nose to it. A little bit of pepper to that. Still a little bit of kind of caramel is wanting to come through. That grassy note, which is maybe, you know, something you'll get with more youthful bourbons. That's where I kind of also pick up that clove kind of influence, so that to me it becomes a little bit more on the earthy side of things. Yeah, you're getting a little bit of the kind of the rye spice that's there. Again, we don't know what the mash bill on this one was, but you know, I pick up a little bit of the barrel, the oak kind of undertones there. Yeah, kind of a nice nose. There's something sweet about it. I don't know if it's more of a kind of a like a light citrus type of note to that as well. Yeah, I'll be interested to see the flavor profile. Let's take a taste. Cheers. All right, so rather than trying to, give a flavor profile based on one sip, you'd like to try to get the palate coated a little bit, so that it starts to develop a little bit. That way you're getting a true idea of what the flavor profile is. So we'll give it a second sip here. So my first thought is it coats the mouth like really well. It's very like oily. I don't know. Yeah, very, very oily. Again, coats the mouth really well. You're getting a nice kind of char influence. There's this caramel sweetness to it. It's soft, meaning like something, if you've ever tasted something that's just smooth in your mouth, that's kind of the impression it's kind of giving. There's this smoothness to it. So very, very interesting. But there's this kind of soft, kind of like a Werther's type of note to it. That nice kind of butterscotch, cream butterscotch type of flavor. Yeah, again, you still get hit with that earthiness a little bit. There's still that kind of in the mid palate, that clove. Yeah, really nice, kind of just interesting, easy sipping, whiskey. I mean, at only 90 proof, that's a good kind of entry level for anybody looking to get into whiskey. I mean, this has very, very little heat. I know it's still, in terms of proof, it's still high proof, as a relative term. But whiskey in general, this is a good kind of starting point, I think. This would be very, I think, approachable or enjoyable for a lot of people, like I said before, who may be entering into the whiskey world or wanting to kind of try it. So, yeah, really, really nice, easy drinking, whiskey. So, yeah, and the more I start to kind of drink it, as it begins to really develop, I start to pull out this nuttiness to it as well. So that wasn't something I got like right away on the palate, but as it begins to really kind of develop, again, finish wise, probably in the medium side of things. But yeah, there's this kind of nuttiness that really wants to kind of come through. So, smooth, it's a smooth drinking, 90 proof, a little bit of nuttiness to it. There's that caramel influence, still with the earthiness to it a little bit. So there's that kind of clove, little bit of a grassy note to it. But again, that's something that you kind of I tend to pick up on, younger style whiskey. So yeah, I mean, really nice. I think they've done a really, really nice job with this product. So again, 9-banded whiskey, again, out of Austin, Texas, 90 proof, MSRP $25-30. So, affordable. So, I don't know the distribution or where they're, if they're only in the state of Texas at this point, but, for those that are in that area, if you can find it, give it a try. I'm always interested to know as well whether or not, anybody has had this, your thoughts. That's always, something that's intriguing to me is what I'm tasting similar to what somebody else may be tasting. But again, regarding their product, I think they've done a really, really nice job with this. So it's straightforward. They're not trying to pretend to be something that they're not. This is American style whiskey, aged 3 years or more. yeah, so I think they've done a really, really nice job with this. So again, I'll have links in the description below to their information, other stuff regarding the channel. If you want to contribute to the channel, that'll be linked below as well. And then one other thing. So I got this lamp not long ago from a company by the name of the Distillery. So I was looking on their website. They do some fantastic things. So once I saw it, and it being the style of bottle that I was looking for, I was able to kind of pick this up. So I think they've done a really, really nice job with these. So it's finished on, a partial barrel head, and then, everything else that they do with it. So really, really kind of neat. I figured, well, we're kind of getting closer to the holidays. So for anybody who really enjoys, whiskey, maybe for your office or a little den or something like that, this would be a really nice kind of lamp to add. So I just wanted to kind of throw that in as well. So anyway, all the information again regarding this will be linked below. I'll have them linked as well. So like I always say, it's about the journey and not the destination. Cheers, guys.